The movies I care a lot. I did not care at all. What's up, internet fam? How are you guys doing? I'm doing well. Welcome back to my channel if you are new here. Hi, hello, my name is Ren and I make LGBTQ videos for you guys. So if that type of content interests you, then hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another one of my videos. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about 2 lesbian movies that I recently have watched. And I guess I'm just gonna kind of review them for you guys, what I thought and whatnot. So if you haven't seen these 2 movies, then I might spoil some stuff for you. So if you don't wanna be spoiled, then maybe don't watch this video. Just come back after you've watched it. Or if you're like me and you don't care about being spoiled, then keep watching. Just keep watching. I'm just gonna spoil it for you if you don't care. So, the first one we're going to be talking about is I Care a Lot. Okay, this is not like solely like based off lesbian. It's more of like there's lesbians in it. It's not like the romance is a part of the story. It's more of like an action thriller type movie. Little bit of psychological thrown in there, tiny bit. So if that's your type of thing, which it's my type of thing, I love like dark thriller, psychological, throw lesbians in there, and I am 100% all for it. I'm excited, I'm ready. So when I saw I Care a Lot, I was like, okay, I'm excited. And Rosamund Pike is completely hot in this movie. Oh my God, she is absolutely freaking gorgeous. So that was like a major plus for me because she's just, oh my God, gorgeous. Okay, so first of all, I almost turned this movie off because there's some things that I can't handle, and that is being crappy to elderly people and being crappy to animals. I cannot handle those things. So when I see those in movies, I can't handle it. It upsets me so greatly. So first off, you see Rosamund Pike's character, Marla. She basically throws these old people into her care when they can completely care for themselves. So she finds people and she's like, okay, you're old. You're gonna go into a care home and I'm gonna completely be your legal guardian and I'm gonna take all your money and I'm gonna take everything from you. And it hurt my soul. It really just hurt my soul. And I was watching it with like this face, like I couldn't. I couldn't. Right from the beginning, like you could see this character knows what she's doing and that it's how horrible she is. Like she's evil and she's disgusting and I hated her. Those are my cats. Oh my God, my cats are going crazy. Did you hear that? Okay. Beep. Horrible. And I'm just like, I hated her. I hated her guts from the first part of the movie. I was like, I freaking hate this woman. Yeah, I was like, I continued watching though, but I think my face is like this. Like, oh my God, I can't. But I continued watching and then you find out, the old lady's not so nice. So then I was like, okay, I can handle this. So the old woman was not, she's not fragile. She can pack a punch. So I was like, okay, I can watch this now since it's not like this old, feeble, like it broke my heart. I couldn't take it. So I'm watching it and the lesbian scenes, they were good. They were good. They're definitely a freaking hot couple. Let me tell you that. They were a hot couple. I think Isa Gonzalez. Yeah, I think that's how you say her name. She was hot in the movie too. She played Fran. She played her lover. She was in on the game with Marla. They were in on the game together. But the only thing that was interesting throughout the movie is that with Fran, as the movie like progressed, I found myself like feeling a little bit sorry for her in certain moments. I was like, oh, like I felt kind of bad for her, Whereas with Marla, I had no remorse for her throughout the whole freaking movie. Like throughout the whole movie, I did not care about anything that happened to her. I was like, the movie's like, I care a lot. I did not care at all about her. Like I was like, no, I hate this character. I don't like her. Throughout the whole movie, I never felt anything for her. When she got beat up, I'm like, good. when she got good. Okay, major spoiler. I legit thought at the ending that everybody was going to get away with everything, and I was like, wow, these people are really gonna get away with being like such buttholes, like ew. And I was like, wow, you know, I can't believe this. This is gonna be like a happy ending for her. She's rich. I mean, she's just greedy. I wanna be rich, but I'm not gonna go do mean things to get rich. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I have a conscience. I can't do that. So in the ending, when one of the guys that she put, basically she let this guy not see his mother at all. She like stripped all rights away from him to see his mother. And then when she dies, he goes and finds her and shoots her. And I swear to you, I was like, good. I did not care that she died. I did not care. I just hated her throughout the whole movie. I literally just hated her throughout the whole movie. So when she died, I was like, okay, like, you're a horrible person. Like, karma's gonna get you. Karma's gonna get you for being horrible. That's just how it works. You deserve it. Sorry. But anyways, I would rate this movie probably like 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. Twists, I loved. The lesbian, I loved that too. I loved the good, you know, mwah, kissing scenes. Loved it. I liked how it ended. So yeah. 8 out of 10, would recommend. All right, the next movie that I'm gonna talk about that I watched, I rented off of YouTube, and it was Ammonite. Now, I know a lot of people say, you know, they don't really like how a lot of the lesbian movies are like period pieces and like, you know, the couples are like a big age gap, like Carol, you know, then Ammonite is kind of the same. I really felt a comparison between the two films, honestly. But Kate Winslet and Saoirse Ronan, like, I'm gonna watch it. And I have heard on Twitter about the sex scene, and I was like, oh, I have to see this. I rented it, and basically it is based off of Mary Anning. She's like a fossil lady, and she just seems so like hurt throughout the whole movie. She just seems like she's depressed, she's miserable, like she's got no joy in her life. Like, I really felt bad for her. Like, she barely spoke in the movie. But Kate Winslet has like such great like facial expressions that sometimes I didn't even need the words, you know? I didn't even feel like I needed them. And Saoirse Ronan was a freaking adorable. She was, you know, she had lost a baby with her husband, so she's got a little bit of, they call it depression, and back in the days they call it like mild melancholia or whatever. So she's, you know, there with Mary and just kind of trying to get in the sea air and like get over her depression. So they form like a friendship, which turns into like a relationship, which I was all for. The scenes with them two are mwah, mwah, 10 out of 10, delicious. I loved the sex scenes. The movie was pretty predictable. I feel like there was a couple moments where I was like, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. You know, like I just caught on to these these things. So I was like, it was a very predictable movie for me, whereas I Care a Lot, like I didn't have the predictable side to it. I didn't really predict that much, but in this one I predicted pretty much like the whole film. But I still enjoyed it. I love age gap love stories, so I'm all for it. I love it. I myself love the older ladies, so I mean, when I see a relationship like that on the TV, I'm always like, I gotta watch it. Was it the greatest? Like, I wouldn't give it like top tier level, but I still enjoyed it. I mean, when you got Kate Winslet on screen too, it's like, it's hard not to enjoy it. And Fiona Shaw was in it. She didn't have a lot of, you know, lines or scene time, but I still love Fiona Shaw, so I definitely enjoyed that. So it was like three people that I enjoyed in this film, so I liked it. But like I said, predictable AF. So if you're not into that, I mean, it's like a cute little, you know, old-timey love story, which sometimes, you know, with how life is, it's nice to just watch a little love story between the ladies. So I would give it a 7.5. or a 7. Nah, 7.5 might be, because of the sex scene was so good. The ending was a little ambiguous, which I don't know how I felt about, because at the end, when I saw the scene, I was like, don't tell me this is the end. Don't tell me this is the end. Don't tell me that this is the end. And it was the end. So I was like, oh man, predictable AF. But the ending reminded me a little bit of how Carol's ending was, where the two women are like somewhat far apart from each other, but they just look at each other. You know? They just look at each other. And so it's kind of like left ambiguous. So that's like one of the major scenes that I feel like just was very similar to Carol. So I guess it's kind of up to the viewer interpretation if that meant like, what that really meant like, where I'm like, ugh, why do I have to have those endings? I want a little bit of like a resolution, you know? I want a little bit of a resolution, but still, I enjoyed it, So those were the 2 latest lesbian movies that I watched. So both of them I would recommend, you know, depending on what you're in the mood for. If you just want like a old-timey romantic love story, or if you want like a thrillery, action-packed lesbian story. Up to you. I recommend both. I enjoyed them. They were good. So yeah, that was my little review. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Go check out those movies and let me know down below if you've seen them and what you thought. What would you rate them? Maybe I'm an easy rater. I probably am, but I probably am like really easy on the grading, but yeah. So I hope you guys have liked this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss another one of my videos, and I will see you next week with another one. Mwah.